Now, I want to come on here and just talk to you guys real quick, man. I always have people say, and I used to be like this too, but I always would say these words, if it was that easy, or easier said than done, if it was that easy, so many times we go to that, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm just being real and honest with you guys. So many times we go to that because that's our excuse, right? To keep us in a place where we say we don't want to be. Right? Where we say we're sick and tired and, I can't stand this life. I can't stand this situation I'm in. But yet we do nothing at all except use those words. If it were that easy to move, right? We stay in the same exact place. So like, throw away that excuse, man. Throw away that excuse and actually do something. All right. And it will be hard. Yeah. Change is hard. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, period. But it's possible, okay? Just because it's not easy doesn't mean it's not possible. It's very possible, but it's gonna take something I feel like is one of the strongest strengths a person can have. That I've studied so many people, I've been around so many people, and even myself, I've seen this in people who are actually living their vision, is that they have this quality, and it's a lot more qualities they have, but they have this quality called self-control. Self-control. And self-control controls your growth. Period. Self-control is saying, I ain't got time for that because, excuse me, I'm going on a rant, I'm switching subjects, but I'm going from my heart. But I see so many people, let's just take the job, for example. I see so many people complaining about their job. And if you love your job, this is not for you. I'm not talking to you. But I see so many people out there complaining about their job and say, I can't stand my job. I hate my boss. I wish I had another job, or I wish I worked for myself. I wish I was my own boss. They say all of these things. But yet when the weekend comes around, and I'm not judging you because I've been this person at a point in my life, but I'm just trying to get you to think, okay, and really think and evaluate. But the weekend comes around and they do nothing at all. Go out and party, do this or that. I'm not saying you can't have fun. It's your life, your responsibility, but don't complain if you're not doing nothing to change your situation, period. Because using the weekend, right? Because a lot of people say, I don't have time during the week, but yet on the weekend, they do nothing, right, to move them forward. Period. You got to sacrifice. The reason I'm in the position where I'm at today is because I sacrificed my weekends. I got tired of turning up because I realized turning up wasn't going to turn my life around. So I got tired of partying. So it became less partying and more succeeding was a model for my life until my life changed. And I've been out this for 7-8 years consistently. But a lot of people, they complain, but yet they want to party and go out every single night and be cool and fit in. They'd rather be popular than have their life be profitable. When I talk about your life profitable, I'm not talking about money or finance. I'm talking about your life becoming profitable for others. That means you're a special person where people can benefit off your ideas, off your gifts, off your talent. That means you give something into the world. That means your life is bigger than you. And it's not that hard to become that person, but it takes something that's called self-control, saying, I ain't got time for that because I'm too focused on this. I ain't got time for you right now because you're not moving me forward. You're draining my energy with negativity. I don't want to be around that. And yes, as you move forward, you will lose certain things in your life. Everybody who's around you now won't be around you in your future. But when you go up, there's some things you must be willing to give up. That's just a part of the process. But you cannot sit here and keep complaining, talking about, I'm tired of my boss and I wish I was my own boss. I'm tired of my boss. And you're doing nothing different to become your own. And to the people that have bosses and great jobs and love it, great. I'm definitely not talking to you. Do that to the fullest. But the people that sit there and say, I want to live my vision, I want to live life on my terms, and all these other things that you want to say, but yet you do nothing different. You would rather have fun than work. And then honestly, when you make progression in your life, you realize that hard work becomes fun because it takes you places. And people say, I've changed, and oh, well, I did change. I'm trying to change for the better. I'm trying to change for my family. I'm trying to show kids out here that it's a better way than just being a football player or to be a rapper. I'm trying to show kids you can be whatever God has called you to be. And you can really do something with your life. You can be your own boss. You can live life when you want to. You wake up when you want to, do what you want to, but it's hard work. Believe that. But if you don't want to work for somebody, you don't have to. If you do, then that's fine. But don't sit here and complain if you're not making a change. That's my point. Because that's not going to do anything in your life. You can feel sorry for yourself all that you want. Trust me, I've been there with my life where I was sitting there feeling sorry and wanted people to feel sorry for me and complain and this and that. After a while, people are just going to be like, oh, well, they must love it because they still in that same position. So if you want better for your life, go out and do better. But it first starts with self-control. It starts with changing your habits, because if you change your habits, you change the things you do, I promise you, your results will change. But if you don't change the things you do, you will recycle those same results over and over and over again. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science at all. But it takes you practicing some self-control. Self-control, write this down, man. And y'all send it to me. Something simple. Self-control controls your growth. And it does. Getting good at saying no. You heard me say this 1,000 times. Get good at saying no to the things that don't get you a yes. Championships, as y'all know I call them. If you want to call it success, whatever you want to call it. But I call it championships, right? They're not for everybody. They're not. Because everybody's not willing to demonstrate the self-control it takes to be a champion. They're not for everybody, but it's there for anybody. I want you to understand that. It's not for everybody because everybody don't want to put in that discipline to make it happen, but it's there for anybody. Ain't nothing special about me. Only thing special is I decide to make God the author of my life, the chauffeur of my life. And I decided after I pray to work for what I prayed for, period. And that's why I'm in the position I'm in. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But I'm not in that same dark place that I used to be. That I just used excuses and made myself feel good about doing nothing with my life. Came with all the excuses in the world, pointing fingers at everybody else. It's their fault I'm like this. It's my city's fault. It's where I'm from. It's my parents' fault. I was that person. Then I realized, no, it's not nobody's fault but yours. You might not control what this world gives you. You might not can control what people, how people treat you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control the effort that you give. You can't control your belief. You can't control what you visualize, what God has placed in your heart to go. And I realized those things, and my life changed day by day. I was consistent. Consistency. When you're consistent, you become a trustworthy person. See, the problem is that too many of us, we're sometimey. We're sometimey, right? We have one foot in, one foot out, the hokey pokey lifestyle. We live that. And I understand change is a progression, right? So you have to progress towards certain things, but at least be you consistently. Be you consistently. Like, people want to know who you are. They shouldn't have to guess. One day you're this person, one day you're that person. How can I ever trust you if I don't know who you're going to be that day? So be you consistently, unapologetically, and go make it happen for your life. Whatever it is, I don't know you, but whatever it is that you're sitting there right now thinking that you got that dream, that vision, whatever you want to call it, inside of you that you've been sitting on for way too long. Maybe it's because you're in a situation that's terrible for your life, that's draining your energy, killing your mindset. Maybe you're at a job that you don't want to be at, that you keep complaining about. I don't like the boss, but you're doing nothing different to become your own or to put yourself in a better position. Like I said, man, complaining won't change anything. It's time to stop complaining. I know a lot of you guys might not like this message. You might say, well, Trent, you're being judgmental. I'm not being judgmental. It's your life. It's your life. Don't let me tell you how to live it. Like I always tell you guys, take what you need, leave what you don't. But don't sit here and feel sorry for yourself if you're not doing anything to change where you're at. All right? Like I tell you guys at the end of every single video, it all starts with you. Let's get